everyone, my name is Sammy and welcome. And today, I know it has been a while. I'm sorry, it's been, since around Halloween. I'm sorry, nothing really has happened. It's just that it took me a little bit to finish these projects because I'm still in a Halloween mood. I don't know about you, but I'm just like I want Halloween all year round. Anyway, so yes, it has taken me a bit to get some of the projects recorded and completed to share with you guys, so I do apologize, but I have a couple videos to just start sharing and hopefully maybe get into some sort of routine that I can upload at a half decent time instead of, when will she upload? No one knows. So, I'm back. I'm here today. And if the title didn't tell you about what I was going to do, it's basically I'm going to be using a pattern for the first time in forever. Now, many years ago, okay, maybe not that many, but many years ago when I was younger, I was in 4-H and I did sewing in 4-H. Now, I did use patterns then. I think I made I don't know, some pillows, a drawstring bag. I made for actual clothing, I think maybe a skirt, a pair of pants, a top or two. I don't really remember. Either way, it has been a long time since I used a pattern. I kind of just wing it usually just because I feel I don't know, that's just what I've been doing. But I decided to start using patterns again. So that is where we're going to start. Now, I do want to say I by no means did this correctly. So if you're looking for an actual tutorial on how to make what I'm going to show you I made, you're probably not going to find that here. Because that is not what this is. This is basically just showing you what I decided to do, what kind of worked for me, what kind of didn't work for me. So that's pretty much it. This is by no means a correct or accurate tutorial. Okay? Alright, let's go. So, the first thing I have is the pattern here. This is actually I guess a Butterick, I think? History pattern. I'm sorry, I'm still new to patterns. So I will be making the shirt and the skirt that I pointed at, and as you can see, these are the pieces cut out. Now what I did is I actually traced over my pattern pieces, so I didn't actually cut the pattern in case I would ever need to make a bigger size. So next is the material. Now I found these at a thrift store. If you have not seen that video though, I recommend go watching it because it's short, sweet, and simple. But I'm deciding to use this light purple with white polka dots fabric. It is actually just a bed sheet and a pillowcase. And as you can see, I was able to make or fit most of the pieces on the pillowcase for the bodice, which is really awesome in my opinion. So everything is cut out. All of the pieces are cut out. As you can see, I did forget to add those notches that you see and the lines and stuff. Oopsies, like I said, this is not accurate. So I just have all the pieces here and then I get to start laying them out. Now I did want to point this out. For the waistband of the skirt, I used the seam on the pillowcase. Made it super easy. So now here's the skirt pattern piece. I used, if you do want to know what I used for this, I used 18 and 21, I believe, as the patterns. And again, listen, if you want to create this for yourself, you're going to have to read some instructions and find a legit tutorial because, again, this was bad. So for both pieces, I laid them out on the sheet, and on the fold, I cut it out so I would have one long piece. And then, of course, after a little bit, I actually cut those in half. But here are all my pieces. I technically have 4 separate skirt pieces. And here they are. This is kind of how I want them to be laid out, but stuff like that happens, doesn't really work. So these are all of my pieces, all of the bodice pieces and all of the skirt pieces, and I actually still have a decent amount of fabric left, so I think, it's actually pretty cool. So next is piecing together a bodice, and the next couple minutes are pretty much just going to be the same of me showing you what I pinned and then showing you it stitched together. Oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me. I should have maybe taken a nap before recording this. But yeah, so this is just on repeat pretty much. Now, I guess while we're here, I'm going to explain something to you. I would recommend taking measurements of your body and maybe following those measurements along the pattern, because I did not. And apparently I'm a smaller human than I thought I was, because this was way too big. I used a size 8 for the bodice part, and then the bra cups I used a size 6. Apparently I should have just measured again and just decided from there. So let's see, where are we at now? Alright, I basically stitched together the front and back and have like a full laying bodice here. Again, there is no boning or anything like that because I just want to use this as a top. But again, I recommend measuring. Anyway, so now we move on to the bra. I kind of winged it here because I didn't really mark anything or do anything, so there was a lot of winging it here, kind of. Mainly not on these pieces, but on the longer piece that goes on top. I didn't know which side it was. I did match the circle of the pattern to the seam, but I didn't know which way the other piece, it was weird, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys, I'm really sorry. But either way, so we got some bra cups, and now to attach them, you just kind of line them up, and even though I used 2 different sizes, they pretty much fit nicely together. So then I just attached both of those on, and we actually have something that resembles a bodice, like a top, like holy crap. There are a couple, sewing mistakes, obviously, but it looks pretty good, and I even hemmed, or hemmed the back, and then this is my finished seams. I just ran a zigzag stitch all along them, and this is the this is a pain in the butt part, because I then had to attach bias tape to the front and the top, and that took a little bit. Not too hard though, not too hard. I was able to get it around the edges. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I was able to get it around the edges, and so yeah, we're doing good. Now this is my little setup for the almost, lacing up back, because I'm not putting in those little, what are they called? I forget what they're called. Dang it, I'm sorry, guys. I used the ribbons instead, just because I thought it was easier, and it was. And then I just cut the ribbon and then used a lighter at the end to kind of burn them so they wouldn't fray. And then here we go. Oh my goodness, the front and the back. Yeah, it looks so cool. Oh, so now this is where we get into the skirt. And I kind of forgot to film some of this because I was about tired of this project at this point and kind of wanted it done. So basically, for the skirt, I took all of my panels and sewed them together. Well, the 2 top panels and the 2 bottom panels of the skirt. I then finished the seams with a zigzag stitch, of course. And then I took absolutely forever adding bias tape on all of the corners and edges of the skirts, which took absolutely forever. Love the look of it, but it took so long. But that's okay, as long as the end result is worth it. I mean, I make these jokes, but I enjoyed the process, even though I was kind of like getting a little tired of the skirt. Yeah, and then I have me recording attaching the skirt to the waistband, but what I did here was I gathered everything together, and then right sides together with the waistband. I pinned the front and the back and the middle. I basically just pinned everything together, as you can see, to attach it to the skirt. I then will finish the edge inside that as well, and then this is where I just fold over the pillowcase basically to make a casing for the elastic, and this just looked really well. And then I put the elastic in, and look at this. Oh my goodness. I am so happy and so proud of this. Again, I am sorry if there was a lot of babbling and stuff didn't really make sense. Um, it has been a while since I've used patterns, so I was mainly focused on just trying to get it done and kind of taking clips in between. But overall, I am so happy with this thing. I'm so happy. I really, really like it. It can be like a perfect springtime costume, or maybe like a base for a fairy costume or something like that. I am really, really happy with it. I think, you know, it did turn out really well. I forget how long this took me, maybe like 2-3 days, I think. 2-3 days. But I am so, so happy with it. So that is pretty much it. Again, I know this really isn't a tutorial. This was me kind of like, trust me, you do not want a tutorial from me when it's been too many years since I've used a pattern. So I do hope that you hopefully had some fun watching this. Maybe I could entertain you a little bit, or you can laugh at all of the mistakes that I just made. But either way, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!